So I went to Stockholm. Okay, I hope you can see this. And I had a look at my. I mean, this is back in 2019, just I think before COVID kicked off. That was what, in May or March of 2020, and I had to do some thinking on this as to what I can contribute really that will give you a sense of what it was like. And I thought that maybe some tangible outcomes that I got out of this and that turned into sort of projects might be of interest here. But just to give you a sense, so Stockholm is a really nice city in Sweden. And we were there in September for a week, just like everyone else did different things for a week. And the structure of this whole, I guess, week was basically around the library, but not just the library in Stockholm University, but we went to sort of different places, including the National Library. And that was really quite interesting, which was later in the week. But basically, head of the library, Willem Wittmark, and various other people sort of gave us a sort of nice introduction to how their particular library works. And we got a tour of the library, obviously, and went for lunch. And we got a nice campus tour, and it's a lovely campus, really. And let me just show you what this place looks like. You can see this image here, and the library will be sort of around here. So you come, walk along, and then the library sort of sits in that corner over there. But basically, when I was looking at speaking about this, I thought maybe that certain things that I really liked about attending was the fact that this was around open science, okay, and very much the move for libraries to embrace the whole idea of turning into content creators as opposed to merely just curating and providing access to content. So people were from various backgrounds and different places, from Spain, there were people from Greece there, and the format really was basically presentations. So we had like our coffee breaks and then presentations in the morning, lunch, communal lunch, and we went to different places on campus for lunch. So we went into the kind of student union place restaurant, which was huge, very nice, but then we also went to the staff area where basically academic staff have lunch, sort of a separate area, and so we got a real holistic sense of it. And shame on me, we did sort of different workshops, but really, I mean, what's nice about this whole Erasmus thing, even in Dublin, which I attend, is the kind of activities that happen outside, because the whole idea thing really is it's a social thing, social get together. So there's a boat tour, which I didn't attend. And shame on me, I didn't really attend any other of the events in the evening, because I happened to have a few friends in Stockholm and was staying with them and hanging out with them in the evening. So I was socializing during the day, basically. But one thing that really struck me was Stockholm University Press, okay? And just to show you, that's their website here. And basically we had little subgroups and different focuses and emphases, and one thing was Stockholm University Press, and I really was quite impressed by their approach, sort of library-led, scholar-led publishing, and the library sort of manages the process around this. And they have quite a number of journals. They do book publishing, and they use open journal systems. I don't know if you're familiar with sort of the publishing side of things on the back of it. And at the time, I was thinking of doing something like this on a project here. And so basically, we came up with this undergraduate journal called CU Journal. It's for the School of Communications. We use Janeway. And what I really was trying to, it's sort of what I got out of the Erasmus exchange was the kind of discussions around publishing and how to maybe apply this in your own context. And we did this basically with students. And one of the things we did is to sort of play with this. And that's something I learned when I was attending various workshops at Stockholm University within the context of the University Press. There's how to do this publishing. And so we've done this, and we not just created sort of PDFs, but we also fiddled with XML. And I thought maybe we could have read out aloud, audio recording on this. So that's something that was very much a tangible output from that particular week. So this is something I basically got out of attending the Erasmus exchange there. But another thing which was something we were working on. Jack Hyling, a colleague of mine, and Dimitri, another guy in Trinity, was this article we did back into 2020. But when we went to the National Library, right, having conversations with different people working in there, and I was trying to figure out how to kind of best visualize stuff. It's always nice to kind of visualize things. That was very much a tangible takeaway from the National Library. So we basically adopted, a diagram, and that was obviously on CC BY license from National Library Sweden, and basically it was such a brilliantly put together diagram that we basically asked for permission to take this and tweak this. So that was very much a tangible output on Stockholm University Press, and attending basically the Erasmus exchange there. So in terms of general sort of impressions, like anyone interesting who hasn't done this, and anyone interested in attending an Erasmus exchange is really that you get to meet different people from different backgrounds, different interests. Things can become very detailed and really quite technical as well. So if you have, certainly in my case, if you have certain interests and you pursue them, it's a really good way to connect with people who may have similar interests, and you can maybe collaborate on something and create something tangible. And also, obviously, to get a real sense of the library setting. How does a library in a completely different cultural and societal context work? The academic library, how students engage with the academic staff. And that's something, when we did our library tour, we basically looked at how students engage with librarians there, which can be quite different because people have different ideas, different approaches. So for me personally, it was fascinating to see how a library in a completely different country, in a completely different cultural context, that operates on the surface. I mean, this was only a week. Unfortunately, I don't have any photos. The only photo I have is one that I took of myself when I was preparing my own presentation for this. But I would really recommend anyone thinking about attending an Erasmus exchange to do so, because if you have a particular focus, a particular interest, and in my case it was open science, and it is open science, you can get really inspired. And so that is my contribution to this. Thank you.